fight that's going on. This is one of those things that might be talked about in textbooks in 150 years because it's sort of a shift in the way things work in our country. Trump is pushing Texas to get more seats in the House of Representatives for Republicans. They are trying to do a redistricting out of order. The idea is, the census comes in, you see the population changes and you adjust them. But, as our listeners, of course, know, since they're all beautiful geniuses, the census only happens every 10 years, and this is in the middle of a decade. And so they were changing it. With the new map, Republicans would win 30 of the 38 House districts in the state, and 42% of the voters in the state voted for Kamala. So to me, it seems a little unfair.
It's not really the presidential election that matters so much. Like, if you put one extra electoral vote over the Democrats on the Republican side, the Republicans just win the whole state. It matters way more for Congress, right? Because they're sending 30 Republican representatives and 8 Democrats to the House that way.
Five more seats than they had before. So switching 5 seats from Democrat to Republican just by redrawing the map, essentially. In response, California and New York have threatened to also redistrict, and California alone has a way to redistrict, which would completely undo this by taking 5 seats away from Republicans in California and giving them to Democrats, essentially. So currently, 8 states use independent commissions to craft new maps. California is one of them. It was in 2010. There was a constitutional amendment. I voted for it. One of the things I'm most proud of, my votes, because I thought this shit was awesome, because I thought gerrymandering was bullshit. But now I see that, the let's not gerrymander only works as long as everyone agrees to do it. So I do kind of agree with changing it if Texas changes it. That's.
Yeah,
what do you guys think? Some crazy ass shit, basically. Yeah. Also, the detail of this is so in Texas they don't have this independent commission, so the legislature draws the maps, which seems pretty fucked up. And in order to deny a quorum to the Texas legislature to pass it, several Democratic legislators have fled the state, and Trump is trying to get the FBI to drag them back. But we'll see how that goes, I guess.
I didn't know this, but I learned this week that is actually pretty common. Not the Trump
fleeing
part.
the state to avoid a quorum.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens all the time. Oregon's state
Republicans
legislature does it all the time. It usually doesn't amount to anything for kind of a silly reason. They usually just choose to return because they want to see their families and they have business to do in town. So they just go back to work.
Wow. You're making our Congress people sound like they have souls and human feelings.
I think it literally they got to go back to collect their checks.
Now these are state politicians. These aren't Congress people.
Yeah, Congress critters.
Yeah, Congress people don't have feelings.
In any case,
yeah, that's really interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah, and it is also not uncommon for the governor of that state where the legislators flee to issue arrest warrants and fines for those legislators, and they are usually not arrested, and if arrested, are not fined.
So this is
But if the FBI is directed and through some, convenient forgetting of certain laws, does arrest these people with federal authority, that would be unprecedented and would probably lead to some very dark times for America, where the federal government is kidnapping opposition legislators, and who knows what comes next after that.
Danny, so you said that California could win back 5. California could only take 5 Republican seats through gerrymandering?
I mean, maybe they just picked 5 because that's how many Texas was going to do and they wanted to balance. But so I looked it up. California currently has 43 Democrats and 9 Republicans.
So they could max take 9.
Yes.
And that would be a stretch.
So it's actually kind of funny. Like when you read about this, it's like the Republicans can pick up way less seats this way because things are already so gerrymandered. Indiana's like 8-1 or something, Republicans to Democrats. But so I was
guess
thinking,
we're on the good guy side.
Yeah.
The less gerrymandered side.
That's so, one benefit.
I do kind of wonder, how these people fucking sleep at night. Theoretically, they believe in democracy, right? We'll take them at their word.
No, they're Republicans.
No, why would you take them at their word?
They believe in a republic max.
That's why this whole thing is appropriate right now.
But so,
right?
how do you
if back when it was believable that the Republican establishment believed in democracy, it was the right thing for all these Democratic states to get rid of gerrymandering. Because that's just making the system work better. But the system is being sabotaged. And if you lay down, then you'll be killed. So they have to fight back. And I hate it. but they have to do it, and they have to do it. I mean, if I got to add details, they needed to do it in a temporary way, in a way that like it can't stay like this. They need to show that they're better. So, give it a
But
5-year
but they say they
expiration.
believe in democracy, right? You'll give me that much. You'll concede
Do
that.
they say that?
Yes,
Do they even say that anymore?
they totally say that.
Some of them do. But yeah,
You're the
okay.
big Republican listener. You tell me if they say that. Not you, Danny. I don't
yeah. I
think
mean, they talk about election integrity, but
Yes,
so
that's true.
yeah.
Yeah, see, they care, right? But they're like, let's redraw the maps so that people's vote doesn't count. Like, I don't know how you fucking square that. Like,
Well,
that's
the
some
election
insane mental
in-
gymnastics, dude.
All the election integrity talk is just a facade to take away people's voting rights. They're always trying to put restrictions on who can vote and how they can vote.
Gerrymandering is like, it's fucking stupid, right? How do you fix this kind of shit? So I was looking at the way, like, so Germany does for their Bundestag, they do something called mixed member proportional representation, which seems pretty cool. So, like, the way that this works is, so you vote for your local candidate and you vote for a party. And so the everyone who wins first past the post, like they're in the Bundestag. Then using lists of candidates that the parties provide, they add them until the proportion of party votes matches the proportion of people in the Bundestag. So if like 40% of people all vote, let's like really simplify this. So 60% of people in California are Democrats, 40% are Republicans. If everyone is distributed perfectly evenly, you would get, 52 Democrats and 0 Republicans because each district is split 60-40. But if you have mixed member proportional representation, it would be split the same way that the vote is in the end. And so that way, even if your candidate loses, your vote still matters, and there's still like an incentive for people to show up in these kind of like blowout spots. And I think this would actually fix a lot of shit that's wrong in America, because like people don't vote because they're like, oh, what's the point? The Democrat's going to win. My vote doesn't matter. I'm just a Republican in California. But here, it would matter because you're still, even if your candidate loses, you're still affecting the like overall makeup. In
This would be
conclusion,
better.
first past the post, FPTP, it's fucking pathetic that it persists.
California should just take back those seats, basically. But, and do the gerrymandering. And it's pathetic and evil, but it's at least proportional patheticness and evilness. But it's bad. Like, I live in California, and I'm not looking forward to this because it's bad to live in somewhere where the votes are not competitive, because people don't have to fight for those votes. There's no incentive to like go to your record. Now, I mean, that's not the political environment we live in. There's actually no point in pointing to your accomplishments at all. It's like you either vote for the party that does nothing or vote for the party that's going to round up people into camps. Like, it's not like actually a competitive moral equivalency. You vote for fascism or you don't. In a better world where the politicians actually did things for their communities, it would be bad to live in a gerrymandered territory. But that's not where we live.
We're going to get there, Phil.
That utopian tomato future is coming, dude. It was actually a flower, but we won't worry about that.
Yeah, compete in the primaries, get out there into your community, find someone who's got the right attitude, get them to primary your local Democratic politician, because it's the only fight worth having. Make that primary competitive, then hopefully get the best candidate to run against the fascist.
Or primary or Republican. Like if you just like are
Sure, yeah.
Republican who believes in democracy.
If you're a libertarian,
Surely they're out there.
Yeah, if you're a libertarian, primary or fascist.
If you can take that Death Star down from the inside, feel free. But yeah, I mean, I'm not holding out hope.
If you're a Republican who believes in democracy, leave a comment on this episode. Give us hope.
You're my help me, Obi-Wan Republican.
If you're
my only hope.
If you're a chocolate flavored dinosaur, please leave a comment.
I don't think things are that bad, dude. They'll reward my faith with many comments, as will all the rest of our regular listeners.
If you're a glittery unicorn, please leave a comment on this video.
If you're a glittery unicorn Republican who believes in democracy,
this is also a gay Republican, right?
Yeah, they're
probably if they're a glittery unicorn.
Well, they're a unicorn, so they're probably bi.
I heard the Republicans want to repeal the 32nd Amendment, though, and take the vote away from unicorns.
They should vote as households.
Stables, I believe, is the proper term. All right. another wonderful segment of the InfoHazard podcast show. Leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Check infohazard.show for our sources. And that's it.
Smash.
See you next week.
Smash the buttons on your computer. Throw it over a bridge.
I
Seize the means of like production.
Bye.